Yo, what's good, Joe? It's your boy Tap, and I'm back like a quick attack, and this time, I'm a fighting type trainer. Now, building for this was kind of fun and hard at the same time because I just had my mindset on making palm out work because I just really wanted to make palm out work. It's an interlude season, so we wanted to have some fun. So it was only hard because building around palm out, right? So let's talk about what we have to do to prepare to be a fighting type gym leader. Now, as a fighting type, we are super effective against normal, ice, rock, dark, and steel. The typings that resist us are poison, flying, psychic, bug, and fairy. And we have a double resistance, which is in Pokemon Go, to ghost. We don't resist ghosts. Ghosts resist fighting type moves. It's an immunity in main series, but in Pokemon Go, it's a triple resistance. Types that are not super effective against us include bug, rock, and dark. Now, the typings that are super effective against us are flying, psychic, and fairy. Now, as you can see from my team build in the first team, now I think for this particular challenge, we switched things up a bit. I mean, Palma performed okay, but it didn't perform perfectly. And as you can see, like, we are triple vulnerable to a fairy type. Now, the reason why I put Palma in the front is because it does have a neutrality to flying type Pokemon. So we can run this in a sort of ABB style with Palma in the front so that we can bait out a flyer with Hariyama so that we can open up the way for Chestnut to sweep. Now, I think later on we switch to Lucario with Bullet Punch so that we end up having a neutrality to both flying and fairy and even additionally psychic. So later on we realized that that Lucario might be the better read, but we still play it in the same ABB style. So now that we understand the advantages and disadvantages of being a fighting type gym leader, let's get into these battles. All right, well, getting into the first battle, and we get a horrible lead, right? And it's Wigglytuff, and yeah, so we just have the top left. We literally just have the top left. And I don't think I remember this, but yeah, I think we immediately switched to Lucario. I'm gonna squeeze in a battle where we won with Palmot because I did hype up Palmot, and then I just realized that we stopped using it quicker than I remember. But the set before this, we did get a couple wins with Palmot. I'll try to see if I can squeeze a battle in from that. So okay, so here's the real first battle. Okay, so here's the real first battle. And we switch over to Lucario. We have Bullet Punch and Lucario, and the lead is Blastoise. This is neutral. We resist the we double resist the rollouts because we're fighting and steel, and so they switch out immediately into a Dusknoir. Now this is scary, but I think what I really want to do is get a shield, like a guaranteed shield, before I dance to something else. So that's what we do, and they do give us the shield, and we switch into Palmot. And I regret not baiting there because obviously he was always going to shield no matter what I threw. They do Shadow Punch to our Palma, and it does a crazy amount of damage. Anyway, this is pretty rough. But it's not over until it's over. And so we get one Vine Whip in, and we shield up what should be a Shadow Punch. And they come in with a Furret. So this doesn't feel like it's completely over quite yet, because they have to go Swift here. We resist the Trailblaze. Now they can go with Trailblaze so to make the other Swifts more dangerous, but I think it's smarter plays to go straight Swift here, and my opponent agrees. So we go to double Superpower, and now we can do a lot of things. We can Superpower and dip, or we can just chuck the second Superpower immediately. But we do dip, and we resist Sucker Punch here too, so we should be able to get to a pup if they don't throw, and they do decide to throw. Now Lucario is going to die to a Trailblaze, and I respect the opponent's Trailblaze. We are going to settle for a Frenzy Plant because it should be enough damage to take them out, and we won't be debuffed. So we take out the Furret. In comes Blastoise, and they're probably going to try to go for a catch, and they attempt the catch. It doesn't work out for them. We just do one and Frenzy Plant here. And yeah, man, like I said, it's not over until it's over. And even though the beginning of that match looked extremely sketchy, we were able to one-shot with Frenzy Plant and save a shield to win that match. GG's. All right, getting into the next battle. And it's Lucario into Dusknoir. Now, this is pretty sketchy. But I think we just have to stay here, probably soft lose. These Bullet Punches are really adding up, but the Astonishes look a lot more dangerous. Likely going to shield here so that I can threaten. And I do shield. They're safe to go straight Shadow Punch because I am very glassy as a Lucario. Now this is a rank 7 shiny Lucario. This Lucario isn't a chump, but Lucario in general is just a glassy Pokemon in the Great League. We do get the power up punch bait, and they fall for it, and we're gonna send another power up punch because I don't feel like we'll live the Astonishes before we get to the Shadow Ball, so I'm gonna settle for this. The opponent doesn't double shield, and I wonder if that boosted Bullet Punch would take them out if I shield it. But I'm gonna probably just let this go and try to get an energy head start on somebody. And we force Palm down with our Hariyama. And they come in with an Umbreon, which is really lucky for us, which means they're probably extremely weak to fighting, but they're not. They have a Clodsire. Now, what do I want to do against Clodsire as it comes in here? They catch an upper hand on their Clodsire. This is pretty sketchy because Clodsire is extremely bulky, but I would see a smart play would be to save an upper hand and then pivot, perhaps. Are we shield here? Yeah, I like shielding here. Maybe They show Sludge Bomb, so maybe we stay here. Yeah, we stay here because they showed the Sludge Bomb. Now I'm gonna go for the Heavy Slam here, and if it connects, it should do some decent damage, and it does do some decent damage. I like neutralizing this Pokemon at the very least. He's gonna outpace us to the Sludge Bomb, and we're a Shadow Hariyama, and I'm wondering, are we ever getting a farm down? Sludge Bomb takes us out, and I'm wondering if we're ever getting a farm down before they can throw another Sludge Bomb. They don't allow that. And another thing we have to hope is that this Umbreon isn't on Psychic, so we overfarm a little bit. I'm likely not gonna throw the superpower even though it's super effective because I do not want to be debuffed. And this Umbreon happens to be on Last Resort, so I do 1 and I queue up a Frenzy Plant. We throw. Okay, we don't throw. This is extremely sketchy. I don't like that we didn't throw, but they land another Last Resort and it puts us in the red. And that Clodsire is on Poison Sting, I believe, so we are putting ourselves at a dangerously low health. They shield, and we're probably gonna have to watch out for a catch. Well, okay, we do 1 and queue up a Frenzy Plant to throw 1 good timing. If you see the Snarl go through, that means that they can't switch. And very good play. Now we just have to survive the Poison Sting, and we do, and we get a Vine Whip down to win as a fighting type gym leader. Chestnut is sauce. Alright, so it's Bullet Punch Lucario into Stunfisk. This is not a very good matchup for me. So this is the easiest safe swap decision in my life because we have a hard counter in the back and we bait out an Azumarill. So right now, I'm not extremely mad because I do have Heavy Slam. We probably live in Ice Beam, so I assume that they're going to go for play roughs in this matchup. Heavy Slam, I mean, for an Azu, bro, Shadow Heavy Slam really did a respectable amount of damage. We settle for an upper hand because I don't think that I'm going to invest in my Hariyama. So I might as well just chuck whatever I can. And we get a shield about it, which my opponent didn't know the Hariyama counts. So, I mean, we can't really ask for a better situation here. They full send the play rough. And I should probably wait the timer down. Oh, no, we don't have to because the timer was up. Okay. Now I'm going to shield this up. It's another play rough. And because it's another play rough, we're actually able to commit to the farm now. So now we're loaded. And I'm going to send a Shadow Ball into this Unova Stunfisk. They don't shield it. I wouldn't mind just trying to get to the... Okay. Oh, we catch. Nice. Got him. We catch a fantastic Mud Bomb. And they concede. They concede because that catch just... I don't feel like that game was over, but they concede, so we'll take it. All right, getting into the next battle. And it's Lucario into Corviknight. Well, I don't want my back line to see Corviknight at all. So we stay here. But they switch for us, and we have no idea what to do. So we save swap we counter swap our Hariyama. Ooh, they let the Heavy Slam go. That's huge. That is huge. Yo, can we get a Force Palm down if we shield here? That would be super sick. But I wonder what we want to do. We let it go. And they first send a Shadow Ball. Okay, this is all good. This is all good. This is all good. I feel like I want to get a head start on Chestnut. What did Pass Me want to do? Okay, yeah, Pass Me also wants to get a head start on Chestnut. Oh, man. But they're able to get to another move, man. And I think I got to respect it, dude. It's boosted. But it's Night Slash. Whoa, is this... Whoa! That's the old school move set. Okay, they come back in Corviknight. And the best part about this is that we do resist the sand attacks, but we are double weak to the air cutters that he's going to send. So I'm going to have to pivot. I pivot out. And oh my god, we're on Bullet Punch, and the last Pokemon is Carbink. We cannot get any luckier than this. We double resist the rock throws, and we can start boosting up our Bullet Punches with these power up punches here. We also resist their entire moveset. Really doesn't matter though, because Lucario is pretty glassy. So I wouldn't be surprised if, despite that, we don't resist Moonblast. Moonblast is actually neutral, but they don't even get to it before we can get the punch down. And I think here we just go straight for the Shadow Balls. We shield up, and now that we boosted, we can just keep going for Shadow Balls. Wow, man, this game turned out pretty good. We queue up the Shadow Ball. They have to respect it. They do respect the Shadow Ball. And we get to the next Shadow Ball. What does a boosted Shadow Ball from Lucario do to a Corviknight? Let's see. Oh! Doesn't quite one-shot it, but it makes it so that we can Vine Whip down. Very fantastic. Very, very, very good. So we're able to claim a 4-1 as a fighting type gym leader. All right, getting into the next battle. And it's Lucario into Typhlosion. Horrible. So I'm going to do 1 Bullet Punch and swap if I know what I'm doing. Oh, wow. An adjustment that I didn't realize we made is that we put, instead of Chestnut, we put Poliwrath in the back. And this puts us in a decent position because now we actually have an answer to fire types. I like this adjustment that we made. And we queue up a heavy slam into their counter swap of Victory Bell. Now these Force Palms are really hurt, and they let the heavy slam go, and I guess they want to save shields for the Glassy Typhlosion, but that's not going to work out for them. They queue up a Thunder Punch, but they're soft, right? They're probably going to get to another Thunder Punch, but they're soft. We're going to just shield up. And so the thing is that we can debuff whatever comes in, and even though we're down shields, the final Pokemon being debuffed is just sauce. And then the final Pokemon is Kingdra, and yeah, we're in a good position. And this ends up being a Waterfall Kingdra instead of Dragon Breath, and we were ranked 20, but this was pretty early season, and they let the Icy Wind go, and this, they don't have enough health to do anything to 2 Pokemon. So I think we just do cheeky stuff. Like now we're just dancing for no reason. I don't know why the game lagged out like that. But yeah, now we're just dancing for no reason. We catch a move. It's a Swift and it's resisted. And yeah, this is a Game over. Now they're gonna come in with their Typhlosion, but it has no health, and so Typhlosion loses to a Steel type Pokemon, and we're able to win a battle as a Fighting type gym leader. I think I battled this trainer earlier. What was he running? Well, I don't remember seeing a Ludicolo lead, but now we save swap. And they save swap as well. I don't know why, because they did win lead, but they save swap into a Stunfisk. And we just queue up a upper hand. Heavy Slam will be resisted. Electric types resist Steel type moves. And we get stabbed on the upper hand. The Mud Bomb we really handle the Mud Bomb a lot better than I expected. Looks like we can shield and farm down. So I wouldn't mind if that's the play that I make. And I see a shield come up. But I am worried about a future Leaf Storm from the Ludicolo, so the shield does make me feel a little weird. I'm happy that we're able to get to an upper hand, which will be neutral damage into Ludicolo, who's only he's just a standard average bulk Pokemon. Nothing crazy, nothing, he's not glassy, but he's not thick either. The upper hand does a whole bunch of damage, and so Hariyama pretty much goes through 1 and half Pokemon. And we try to go for a catch, because I thought they might spam the Weather Ball right away, but it doesn't work out. But he does throw Weather Ball anyway, so maybe he, either he was baiting, but yeah, he can seize the match. Maybe either he was baiting or he reacted slowly. Looks more like he reacted slowly. All right, getting into the next battle, and it's Lucario into Gastrodon. This is a horrible lead, but we have a soft answer in Poliwrath in the back. If we still had our Chestnut, we'd be in a good position. But we say swap a Hariyama, and they chuck off a move. I wouldn't mind shielding this. It ends up being the Body Slam. And we queue up an upper hand. So I don't think I want to go down 2 shields here, so I'm just going to let this Gastrodon take me out. And I guess we're going to wait the timer down, and we're going to come in Poliwrath and try to get some punches in, so that we can try to open up the lane for Lucario at some point. But this is a rough start. This Gastrodon is putting in a lot of work, and the Gastrodon makes a very smart play. It switches. It saves a lot of energy, and it switches here because it doesn't have to stay in there. Just let me get energy for no reason. So we debuff the Dusclops, and they queue up a Shadow Punch into our Lucario. Now, because it's debuff, we could take these, but we don't really want to get extremely low on the Lucario. What we do want to do for sure is get a shield out of this. So we queue up a Shadow Ball. We're never going to bait here because we need some advantage for our Poliwrath in the back. They do shield it up there. I'm a little bit upset about that, but at the end of the day, though, we are getting something out of our Lucario here. And they sent Shadow Punch. Now, we are energy dry, and counter energy generation is extremely horrible. He is still debuffed, and so probably going to let this go. This Dusclops is putting in a lot of work, and we're not quite in the red health, but we're in a yellow health now. And we throw an Icy Wind on Private. We just have to get rid of him. He's too bulky, and we're never ever going to punch this Pokemon down. So in comes a Crustle, and we do have Dynamic Punch. They try to catch, but it doesn't work out for them. So we're gonna shield this up, and I guess hope that Dynamic Punch plus some counters is enough to get rid of that Crustle. Crustle is a pretty glassy Pokemon, so as soon as it comes in, I should tap the Dynamic Punch. I doubt it's enough. And it's definitely not enough. Yeah, and they get to a move, and yeah, GG's, well played to my opponent. Nice Crustle, bro. All right, so get into the next battle, and it's Lucario into Dusknoir again. And I think that we're probably gonna play this off the same way. but they end up switching out into Ampharos, and Ampharos is pretty glassy, so I come into my Shadow Force Palmer. They normally are on Trailblaze and Brutal Swing. We kind of have to respect it because we don't want Ampharos to see either of our back Pokemon. They do settle for a Brutal Swing, and I'm a little bit upset about it, but it's fine. They have to shield this Force Palm. It will take them out, and they do shield it, but they're also a Shadow Ampharos themselves, so they're not going to live. There's a Ghost type back there. It's going to do a lot of work, so going down 2 shields is probably not the play, and they do settle for another Brutal Swing, so we're able to get switched without having to go down 2 shields. They come in with their Ghost, and it astonishes my Hariyama right down. I'm going to want to get the shield, so I need to come in here, but I probably bait. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I bait. If this trainer knows the counts, they're probably letting this go. They do. We do get a shield about it, which is pretty nice. And because of that, now our bullet punches are hurting. We're about to get another one. They catch it, though. And they catch it on a Blastoise. And since we resist rollout, and the hardest thing they can hit us with in the back with our Poliwrath is a Skull Bash, I think our best bet here is to just farm up a whole lot of energy. Maybe even potentially just let the Skull Bash go. But we just need a lot of energy, and we're getting this dynamic punch off before they even can beef their defense up with the Skull Bash, and that puts us in an amazing position. Actually, the dynamic punch is enough to straight take them out, and we are up a shield, so we have to let one move go anyway. So we will, and it ends up being Shadow Punch. It does a lot of damage, but they're never going to astonish us down. We shield, and they're the final Pokemon, so we don't have to worry about a catch or anything special like that. And we're actually able to counter down the Ghost type, and we win another battle as a fighting type gym leader. All right, getting into the next battle, and it's Lucario into Regidrago. This is pretty good, man. We resist everything: the Dragon Breath, the Vice Grip, as well as the Dragon Energy. And they safe swap a Gorge Ice. We react too slow. This could be a Seed Bomb, and I think that we should, because of the advantage we had, shield this. But let's see how we feel. Well, all right, cool. So we know shield it, but it's fine because they're never going to incinerate us down. Okay, and they're able to get to another Seed Bomb before we're even able to throw a move. So I'm going to do 2 counters and then queue up an Icy Wind. Let's see how they feel. They do put up a shield, but now these Incinerates are doing even less damage. I wonder how I feel. I also put up a shield here because if I see an Incinerate go through, then I can safely do 2 and chuck another Icy Wind. I don't see an Incinerate go through, but in comes a Fur, and they might have thought they caught an Icy Wind, but this is a dynamic punch, and if they let this go, it'll do a lot of damage to this Fur. They don't let it go, but we have a Hariyama that will put in a lot of pain. They can do whatever they want. Both Trail and Swift are neutral, but they're never gonna get to another move. So Trailblaze is probably the vibe, and Trailblaze does a big chunk of damage. We're able to get the farm down, and we're gonna throw. I don't know why we settled on a Heavy Slam when everything is neutral here, but I think it's because I know, like, when I think of like typings, I see Dragon, I'm thinking of like the Steel Resistance and stuff, and like sometimes I fuse the 2 things. But we could have got off 2. We just threw right there because we could have got off 2 upper hands instead of that Heavy Slam. See, now, even though all of this damage is resisted, this is gonna really hurt. We end up settling just for a Vice Grip. And do we even win this? Oh, I think, well, them throwing energy there, they probably could have got the farm down, but they didn't know that. Yeah, but if I went for the upper 1, 2, 3, we're able to get a Shadow Ball off before they can incinerate us down. I don't know if this helps us or not. And the Shadow Ball connects, and we get the Bullet Punch down on the Regidrago, and we're able to win despite making such a grave mistake with the upper hand situation. So GG's to my opponent, and GG's to being a fighting type gym leader. Oh, and we collect another 4-1. And so I think that was 2 4-1s, and we did a hype up Palmot. So I am just going to recomb this video and find the 1 Palmot win that we got in the beginning of this stream, and include that at the end of this video. So just give me a second. Include here. So I hope you enjoyed the Palmot content, making Palmot work. And here we go, Palmot into Dunsparce. Okay, it can't get any better than this, honestly, man. We resist the rollouts, and we can probably catch a drill run if we really want to. I wouldn't mind catching the second drill run, but we catch the first one. Fine with that too. I mean, brick breaking them first would be sauce. Drill run probably still really hurts here, but fine with that. In comes Dusclops, and very not happy to see the Dusclops here. Looks like we're just gonna let the Shadow Punch go, and the Shadow Punch is oof. We could have settled for an upper hand there. We could have settled for an upper hand there just to get the debuff. I really regret not doing that. So far, this is not looking good. They send a Shadow Punch, and it does a substantial amount of damage. I mean, Palmot is a pretty glassy Pokemon. They let that go. Do I dance? Oh no, I don't dance. I sent another wild charge. I mean, yeah, this is a big problem here. We're gonna have to hope that Chestnut can sweep the whole back line here. So we save a little tiny bit of energy on our Palma, and we go into our Chestnut. Now them staying here is pretty interesting. We resist the entire moveset here. It will not do a lot of damage at all. They settle for Rock Slide, and I mean, if you're gonna throw anything, you should throw Drill Run. They don't attempt any form of cheeky pause and catch kind of antics, and so we do 4 and queue up a Frenzy Plant. Frenzy Plant will do substantial damage. Them not letting it go. Okay, the last Pokemon is Toxicroak. Okay, I'll just scrap this video if this isn't a win. But I can't imagine how we beat Toxicroak. But let's see what happens. Settles for a Dynamic Punch. I'm gonna throw another Frenzy Plant. Now Toxicroak is pretty glassy, so I guess this does warrant a shield. We do get a shield, and if we can live this thing's long enough to get to a wild charge, that would be sick. And we get to a wild charge here, and this wild charge should definitely get rid of this Toxicroak. And Toxicroak gets deleted. That's huge. We still have a shield, and because of that, I'm pretty sure that we're going to beat this Dunsparce. So we have to shield here. We have to race to the superpower. And we get the farm down before he can even get the hit. Very nice. GG's. Alright, getting into the next battle, and it's Palma into Jellicent. Okay, now this is a pretty good lead now. They have to fear the wild charge, but their pacing is a little bit scary. This one's on Bubble and not Hex, and that's, it's interesting. Probably should respect the damage, but let's see what we want to do. And we for some reason don't respect the damage, and it ends up just being a Bubble Beam. They safe swap a Ninetales, and I sent a Brick Break into this Ninetales. Now Ninetales is on Powder Snow, so I definitely can't bring in my Chestnut, but because it is Brick Break, these Force Palms from my Hariyama will do a whole bunch. So I like this play of just hitting the Brick Break and then switching to Hariyama. Now throwing up a shield here so that we can get the farm down is seems like it's an even better play. And they full send a Dazzling Gleam even. I respect that because we probably would have lived the Weather Ball and got the farm down. So they send a Dazzling Gleam so we can't commit to a farm down. They're likely going to come back in with the Jellicent, and they do. Jellicent resists our entire moveset. So this is sketchy, but at least we get the alignment that we want. And we send a Heavy Slam, and honestly, that's a respectable amount of damage into a Jellicent, which is notoriously a pretty bulky Pokemon. And we don't get greedy like we do in the past, and this time we do queue up an upper hand, fishing for the defense drop. And that does also a substantial amount of damage. They're going to queue up a move, and it's going to have to be Shadow Ball to take us out. They did show Bubble Beam earlier. And they do send the Shadow Ball. Now, we can come in with our Chestnut because I think we have a little bit of energy on our Palma, and having energy on everything in the back should put us in a decent position. Their final Pokemon is Umbreon, and yeah, this is just a dub. There's kind of no way Umbreon is going to get through 2 fighting type Pokemon. I think even if they had Psychic, well, maybe Psychic would help them out here, honestly, because Umbreon is a pretty bulky Pokemon. But now I safe swap into my Palma, who was a little bit head on energy, and we're able to queue up a Brick Break. Now this Umbreon is going to be permanently debuffed, and the only thing that Umbreon ever really has to offer in the game, especially in Great League, even in Ultra League, is its bulk. So lowering its bulk like this just makes Umbreon even more useless than it normally already is. No disrespect, Umbreon, because you're one of my favorite Pokemon, but Dark Pulse is enough to take out our fighting type, and that is completely fine with us because they are debuffed, and we have a shield, so we can go for 2 superpowers. The first superpower gets them extremely low. We can shield up here, and they're gonna send another Dark Pulse, and I don't think Dark Pulse, even with the defense drop, would take us out. So we're probably gonna get the farm down. Oh, we don't. We get to the superpower, and we win another battle as a fighting type gym leader with Palma. I'm glad I was able to give you guys some Palma content because I really wanted to use Palma, and I forgot how hard it was to get some wins with it. But here we are, guys. Well, if you enjoyed that video and you want to see this kind of stuff live, I do this every day at 9:30 p.m. EST on Twitch. We're almost done with the challenge, but I did goof, and I'm not able to do the water challenge until about a week. But the water challenge is the only challenge that's left. So for the rest of the week, I will be dropping a different typing video. So please like, subscribe, share with your friends. I hope you enjoyed this, yo. It's your boy Tap, and I'm out. Peace.